the Visayas region, where Spanish colonial history is extremely rich. Welcome to the Queen City of the South, Cebu City. Cebu is considered as the oldest and second most important city in the country.
Cebuano is the major language spoken in Cebu province and Tagalog is also the common language. Cebu is the Visayas center of trade, business, and tourism. Agriculture, fishing, industry, and tourism are the principal industry. Not only does the industry produce traditional furniture and handicrafts, but it is also has a sophisticated high-tech sector with important export products like watches, semiconductor, camera, and electrical equipment. To stimulate export and attract international investment, in Cebu Special Economic Zone has been developed. Cebu is also home to the Synology Festival, which is known for its vibrant costume and lively street dancing. Every third Sunday in January, the Synology Festival is held. Various tribes dress up in gorgeous, exotic, and colorful costumes to celebrate the religious festival with the child Jesus. From morning to evening, these tribes sing and dance in the streets. Cebu is home to various historic sites including the country's oldest Spanish settlement and colonial city, which dates back to the 15th century. In the south, there are several colonial mansions, including the restored Bahay Natisa and the Moorish-style Church of St. Catherine.
Cebu is also home to some of the country's best beach resort and gorgeous tropical diving location. In fact, Mactan Island, which is close to Cebu, has become a popular tourist destination not only for us Filipinos but particularly among Japanese, Taiwanese, and Koreans. In such circumstances, Cebu City officials will need to enact ordinances. Ordinances are the policies or programs implemented by the municipal government with the objective of safeguarding the region. This will contribute to the improvement of the province through their programs or even existing regulation that need constant planning for development. This must be fulfilled and maintained effectively and efficiently to protect and conserve the environment. For our information, these are the two ordinances of Cebu that help not only the community, but also the people as well as our country.
Environmental sustainability is the responsibility to conserve and protect the natural resources and global ecosystems to support the health and well-being we are in today and in the future. One of the ordinances that is inclined to the global tourism ethics of UNWTO that is applied to Cebu is the proposed Ordinance number 2014-001 that shall be known as the Environmental Sustainability and Development Ordinance of the Municipality of Liloan, Cebu. This ordinance mandates the municipality and Cebu to establish and adopt measures for the protection, preservation, conservation, development, and utilization of its environment and natural resources to fulfill the sustainable development it desires for its people. The local government of this municipality shall ensure the peaceful relationship between man and nature and make sure that the natural resources and environment shall be maintained for our generation and the future generations.
The municipal government pledges to work towards being a model town or city with a healthy, advanced, vibrant, equitable, and competitive environment that cherishes its culture, heritage, human potential, natural resources, and strong community engagement, and responsive governance. Liloan needs to transform into a green town or city. All of our development initiatives should be consistent with this aspiration as a residential and retirement refuge, a tourist attraction, a source of pride for every Liloan, a chosen town or city for many, and the home of a vibrant and responsive community.
Now that we already know the content and the objective of the said ordinance, Let us now understand the connection of this ordinance to the implementations of the Global Code of Ethics for Tourism from the World Tourism Organizations. The Municipality of Liloan imposed an ordinance entitled Environmental Sustainability and Development Ordinance of Municipality of Liloan, Cebu that seeks to protect, preserve, conserve, develop, and utilize environment and natural resources of Liloan to provide sustainable development in favor of their people. Additionally, the ordinance followed the objectives of the World Tourism Organization Global Code of Ethics for Tourism that all tourism activities should be related to the attributes and traditions of the host place as a display of respect to the law, practices, and customs. Furthermore, the ordinance of the Municipality of Liloan state its mission in regards to the protection, preservation, conservation, and restorations of Liloan environment's quality to mitigate the adverse effect of global warming and climate change while achieving a smart growth and economic development for the betterment of our generations and future generations.
Additionally, this ordinance creates an activity that is beneficial for the host community and the country, which is also promoted by the Global Code of Ethics for Tourism when it comes to attaining equitable economic, social, and cultural benefits, and that offers job opportunities for the people. These policies will make the people volunteer and create unity that helps them raise the standard of living and moral character of the population living in the community. That builds a connection to our tourists. Thus, from the stakeholders, local community, and to our tourists, we must be responsible citizens to preserve and conserve the environment.
Environmental sustainability is about having a responsibility to protect the environment, to have a long-term environmental quality, and to ensure that the natural resources are still available for the future generations or for the benefit for the current generations. Environmental sustainability is really a big help for the community to have a better life, as everything that we need for our survival is on our natural resources. As the polluted land, air, and water affect our quality of life, by having environmental sustainability in the community, we conserve natural resources and protect the global ecosystems. We need clean air to survive, we need natural resources to live, and we need a non-toxic environment. That's the reason why environmental sustainability is very important, as the natural resources are the central to human well-being. As we always keep reminding ourselves that whenever we travel around the world, you must enjoy and love the place without destroying the environment of the place you are visiting, as that's the only one you can give back to the environment.
The Sangguniang Panlunsod of the City of Cebu as moved by Councilor Dizon and seconded by Councilor Tumulak. Ordinance number 2594, an ordinance of reducing food waste through food donation and recycling, imposing penalties and providing funds, as stated by the Food Agriculture Organizations or FAO, that 1.3 billion tons of food is lost or wasted in the world every year. That was their latest estimate. The goal of this ordinance is to educate people on how to avoid food waste. From the Section 2 definition of terms, the word recycling, it's the process of turning perishable food waste or surplus into fertilizer or compost. If everyone learned how to recycle, it would help to reduce food waste. Section 4, the segregation and distribution of edible food surplus. According to it, the owners of A1 establishment shall be guided with their following steps in the segregation and distribution of edible food surplus.
Food food waste is our serious problem on hunger, it is an opportunity for the government to take concrete action to address hunger and adopt a policy and legal framework, especially at the local level to promote, facilitate, ensure the reduction of food waste through a mandatory system of distribution of edible food surplus to charities and recycling, and the problem on food waste has moral, social, and ecological dimension, and programs, policies, and initiatives at addressing food waste are aligned to the 17th Development Goal set by United Nations in 2015 for the year 2030.
The Global Code of Ethics for Tourism or GCET is a collection of principles intended to govern important actors in the tourism industry. It strives to assist governments, the travel industry, communities, and visitors in maximizing the sector's benefit while minimizing its potential detrimental impact on the environment, cultural heritage, and societies around the world. Article 3, entitled Tourism, a Factor of Sustainable Development, is one of the 10 articles of GCET associated with Cebu City Ordinance number 2594 on food waste reduction. Tourism development that promotes conservation of rare and valuable resources, particularly water and energy.
In the article, it stated that recycling is the process of converting enduring food waste or surplus into fertilizer or compost. It can help the community to spend less. You will spend less of money if you waste less, regardless of how you look at it. Waste costs money. Also, Food Surplus Reduction Action Plan refers to the strategy, policy, program, or effort aimed at reducing food excess generation and redistribution of surplus food to the hungry or insecure. It can help the city to reduce food surplus, ideally by redirection of surplus food recycling as fertilizer or compost.
Sa tulong ng ordinansang ito, nabibigyan ng sapat na kaalaman ang mga taong naninirahan sa Cebu, gayon din ang iba pang nakatira dito sa ating bansa, kung paano malalabanan ang food waste. According to Tristram Stewart, cutting food waste is a delicious way of saving money, helping to feed the world and protect the planet.
To educate the public on hunger and food waste and responsibility consumption. Ang mga establishment na may kaugnayan sa pagkain ay dapat hikayatin na maglagay ng signage, tabletop, standee, at iba pang anyong pananaw sa mga mamimili. Establishment shall also properly acknowledge through a marker recognizing their business-conscious effort to fight hunger and food waste.
All donated edible food that is fit for human consumption and those inedible food surpluses recycled for composting have to be properly recorded as required under Section 5 of this ordinance as the basis for providing tax incentives on waste collection. Reduce food waste, help save our planet.
Don't Waste Food, Someone is Sleeping Empty Stomach by Omar Sayhed. In conclusion, the official or authorities should make it easier to introduce specific information, prevention, security, and assistance tailored to their needs. Any attacks, assault, kidnapping, or threats directed at tourists or tourism workers, as well as the willful destruction of tourism facilities or cultural or natural heritage elements, this pertains to the task of public authorities to provide protection for tourists and visitors as well as to the community.
A set of principles that motivate tourism development seeks to enhance the sector's advantages while reducing its harmful impact on the environment, cultural history, and societies across the country. This would be done in accordance with the involvement and tourism sectors, as well as the citizens' engagement and cooperation and the implementation in attaining the enrichment of local communities toward the one shared objective for our country, a safe and good future for all.